What's really on your plate? Grocery store beef could have up to dozens of DNA profiles. Chicken that's labeled organic or natural is often just processed and shipped in bulk from the same two companies, no matter the store or the label. At Rattlesnake, they control every step: raising, aging, packing, no subsidies, no big ag middlemen, just real honest meat that tastes like it should. Order straight from the farmer. Order Rattlesnake Meat Company today. Head to rattlesnakemeats.com/Badlands and use promo code Badlands to get started. Make self-care great again with All Good by Jessica Storm. Made in small batches by Jessica in Florida with only clean ingredients with purpose, zero junk, and packaged in a number of amber jar glasses so it's all good inside and out. Start with lightweight pure whipped tallow for all over hydration, tighten up with no tox smoothing serum, or treat your hair to a game-changing tallow hair mask, and finish with the tamed hair serum or tallow beard balm for control and style. Get ready for spring and grab yourself some all tallow sunscreen or bug out balm to nourish your skin while you're protecting it. Get a bundle of your favorite at badlandsmedia.tv/all good and use code Badlands to discount your entire purchase and to support the creators at Badlands Media. That's badlandsmedia.tv/all good. Promo code Badlands.
In a quiet town where beards grow wild and lips dare to crack without permission, one woman has suffered.
Hi, I'm Margie, and I'm Jadriet's mother.
But the world would come to know her by another name, Madame Margie, the moistureless.
Jay came home with a lip balm. It's called Soft Disclosure.
With one miraculous application, her power awakened.
Within one day, my lips were healed. It was miraculous.
But salvation came at a cost. For in the shadowed lands known only as Badlands,
You boys at Badlands are so handsome.
she saw potential.
You're covering up your beautiful faces.
And she made her demand.
Shave them all off,
Or face the consequences. Beard oil will not save you now.
and you'll look so much better.
This summer, moisturize wisely and guard your beard. Because Madame Margie, the moistureless, is always watching.
The money that you are gifted from the taxpayers.
Of being the leading defender of Israel.
No amount of censorship that can win the battle.
We should start throwing dildos at Congress.
Paid propaganda.
There's nothing more to the Epstein files. Israel gets free schooling. American people demand, they deserve better.
The Podfather is back.
They're eating babies, Dan Bongino. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shipwreck Show. My name is Shipwreck, and I'll be your hostess with mostess. And here we are, just pissing everybody off again. Listen, I said what I said. I'm sorry. I am. But you know what? They are. The people you're calling panicans are more conservative than you are. Because they don't want war, and they're pissed off because the policy that was campaigned on isn't happening. I even had one guy who was like, he's not even halfway through his administration yet. We're going to get to November. They're going to impeach him, and then we're going to have a lame duck presidency. Or the GOP is going to lose, and we'll have a lame duck presidency. And then he won't be able to do anything. So I don't really know where your logic is with that, homie. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't. I don't understand what's going on with the government, with the administration. I could speculate. I could do what every damn buddy else on the internet is doing, is offering up a speculation, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do that anymore. That wasn't part of this whole America First agenda. Like, we weren't supposed to have to do that anymore. My dog's barking. And so, like, we weren't supposed to guess. We weren't supposed to sit here and debate. Trump's not the Bible. We're not supposed to sit here and debate his parables. He's not Jesus, no matter how much his faith advisor wants him to be or compares him to Jesus. He's not. That wasn't okay either. I saw that clip. She's like, you're just like Jesus. Holy, holy, holy Lord. Holy Lord. And I know you're mad, or a lot of people are mad. They're back in my comments. They're leaving. And I said, okay, but then they don't leave. They just keep coming back. I'm not really sure if they're real. Single issue Trump haters. Yeah, but this isn't a single issue. The whole thing. we got anything. My groceries are up. My electric bill is up. My gas is up. We haven't gotten anything. It's been a year and a half. I've seen enough podcasts with senators to last me a lifetime. I haven't seen them do much, but I've seen a lot of podcasts. I've seen a lot of them on podcasts talking about Israel. I've seen us meet with the, Hasidic Jews a whole bunch of times. I see us meet with a lot of Jewish people. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. And I know I get it. I mean, you need something to believe in. You could try going back to Christ. I don't know. I just don't. It's not working. Whatever's going on, it's not working. The tweet on Easter, and everyone's like, he's so mad he's not tweeting about Easter. The White House tweeted. I don't want to hear from the White House. I wanted to hear from my president, my Christian president, on the day of our Lord's resurrection. Like, hey, happy Easter. May peace be with you. This is a time for reflection, whatever, something. I think even Obama tweeted. I mean, I don't know what the play is here, but it's so obvious that there has to be a play. And I'm not coming from like a pro-Trump or an anti-Trump stance. We're at a point where this almost feels like we're just poking the bear. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know. I have a video of a lady or a guy that kind of breaks it down. He talks about China and stuff, but even that doesn't make any sense, because if that was the case, and it doesn't, the video's old, it doesn't even line up with what's happening today, but we'll watch it anyway. I think if I still got it. I don't, it's become very obvious, and I don't know. I saw a video once of a lady saying that they're going to make it so miserable for you that you're going to start demanding that AI take over, that ChatGPT becomes your senators and your congressmen. And it already happened in that one country. I can't remember what it is. I really should look that up because I bring it up enough. They've got like an AI chat bot, and it's one of their parliament members. So, and I feel like she could be right. AI's gotten wildly real looking. Man, and people are just falling for it. I wouldn't be surprised if we start demanding that AI take over. And we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Actually, I've got quite a few videos. Lindsey Graham likes his gas prices being up like his last glory hole experience. Gross. It's bad called Trump the most. I don't. I'm not going to call any names. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm not being a downer. More Bigfoot and Jesus talk. I can do that. In fact, that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight. And we may just shift period, because I'm kind of sick of talking about it too. I depress myself. I depress my damn self. That's why I just started downloading random videos. And I'm like, we're just going to play random videos because I don't know what to tell you. I know people are mad, but it's like, I can't not. The only thing I can do is move on and talk about something else. But then you'd get accused of not addressing it. And it's like, why am I don't even know that I fucking care anymore. Why would I address it? So I do have a lot of different videos that we could talk about. And one of them is the technology thing, since we're on the video talks about, is AI really going to take over the world, or are we just afraid of it? And I felt like it was such a good video. I'm going to start off with that video, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the ghost murmur, because that was really interesting too. I don't know if you guys had heard about that. Oh yeah, soccer tournaments coming up. Sorry. Let me see. I have them in order. I have this video later, but let me see if I can find it really quick. Oh, here it is. Is AI bad, or are we just afraid of it? Listen to this.
AI just did in 6 minutes what took my entire team 2 weeks. 6 minutes. We are so cooked. Your degree doesn't matter. Your 10 years of experience doesn't matter. None of it is safe.
Every morning I open my phone and someone's telling me I'm already dead. AI's taking your job. AI's replacing your craft. AI's the end of...
The end of what?
Everything.
You know what fire looked like? Before anyone knew what fire was?
What?
Lightning hits a tree. Everything around it dies. No context. No history. What do you call that?
A disaster.
And if someone said one day you'll cook with that, build around it, see in the dark because of it, You'd think they're insane because all you can see is the burning.
So AI is fire.
The question is, who do you become now that it's lit?
Now, it is a little weird that they used AI talking dog. But you know what? Let's just put that to the side. He's kind of right. He's kind of right. Like when they saw the fire and they were like, they probably had big meltdowns, right? And then they learned to control it. It is I actually loved that video a lot. It's about what you're going to do with it. And I think that's a lot of things that are happening right now. There's a lot of fear porn around everything. Everything from artificial intelligence to chips in your brain but you know what they say about the road to hell, right? It's paved with the best intentions. It's usually the way it goes. But like we can talk about Elon Musk's Neuralink. So the Neuralink chip is to help like reconnect nerves and like fire like nerves in your brain back up. They'd implement it in your brain, fire these nerves back up, and it would make paraplegics walk again, make them independent again. And people are like, hey, happy birthday. Thank you. Yes, that was my birthday was yesterday. I'm 43 years old today. Yuck. Actually, it's not terrible. I don't mind it. I like getting old. Not everybody gets the pleasure. So, but it's supposed to make you walk. And I'm going to tell you, if I was a paraplegic and somebody came to me and said, Elon Musk has this chip, we implement it into your brain and you will walk again. You will be independent again. You will no longer be dependent on the system or your family, or I can't say that I'd turn it down. I don't know that I would. What's up, Dwayne from Facebook? We're on Facebook too, by the way. Welcome, Facebook, to the live. We should do, I don't know if Jessica's there. I don't think should do Instagram too, because they're real mad over there. But like we just don't know enough about it. Look, and I get it. Somebody else in the comments said AI does get it wrong. It gets wrong a lot. AI gets a lot wrong. I don't go to AI for everything. I still figure things out with my calculator in my brain, but I will go to it for some things, like what can I substitute, in fat when in like a recipe, like if I'm out of eggs, you know what I mean? If I don't have to sit through 17 Google blogs to try and figure it out, I just need a quick answer. I'll go to ChatGPT. But what if it does make our life just 1,000 times better? Right? Yeah, it was really pretty. She did a fantastic job. She was wonderful. What if we're able to harness it? What if we're able to use it? What if it doesn't take people's jobs, but makes them more efficient at their jobs? Right? What if it forces corporations to allow people, like, look at the internet. Who is, like, raise a hand. Were you around when like the internet became mainstream? I don't know who we all got in here, but remember, and everybody was freaking out. Y2K, like everything is going to crash. Everyone's freaking out. The internet's going to take everybody's jobs. And it didn't. Okay. They just sent the jobs overseas. That was government that did that. The internet didn't do that. The government did that. But the internet has been a wonderful, it's been a double-edged sword. I love the internet for the things that I love it for. Like what I consume and what I watch is wildly different than what I post. But they're actually starting to merge together. What's up? Who? Chase. Is he here? Is she coming to get you?
I can ask if she can.
Yeah, she'd have to come get you. Or you can walk down there if you're okay walking down there. But you got to take your phone. You got to let me know when you leave. Sorry. He wants to go to the park and play basketball. Did you really? I'm sure you did. That's just it. Like, I feel like this is like Y2K all over again. Everybody's freaking out. I think the internet, I think you eventually will have your robot wars. But I think what's going to happen is this whole system that we have right now, it's falling apart. Whether you support Trump, whether you hate Trump, whether you love it, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. A lot of these social media platforms in the political world are becoming fucking useless because you can't do anything without a flogging from bots. You just can't. So eventually it's going to phase itself out and we're going to post about things that we love. And then eventually I do see like artificial intelligence taking over some congressional seats. I do. Yeah, I know he is. He's my cutie patootie. Did you get it figured out?
Yeah, he's coming in a couple of minutes. So.
Okay. Is it Chase or Jace?
Chase.
Chase? Okay, Chase. Amy's Chase, right? Okay. So, yeah, sorry. It's so nice out here today after it's been so cold and rainy that they've just been itching to go out. I do. I feel like that's the direction we're headed. And I have a plan for that, believe it or not, because I don't want to talk about politics forever. I fucking hate this. I hate this. And every day I wake up, I start to hate it more and more. And not because you don't agree with me or because I don't agree with you or because I don't feel like it's important. I just feel like everything that was important is now out there for you to go look if you choose to do so. There's nothing more that I can teach you. There's nothing more a lot of truthers, especially the old time ones, can really teach you. And somebody in the comments, you were being a dick about it, but you're kind of right. Like, it's just being an influencer now, like a political influencer. I don't have anything to add. Otherwise, I sound like Fox News. You know what I mean? I don't have anything. Everything is a conspiracy theory. None of it's fucking real. I don't know. Are you able? No, but I didn't even know they did that. I should have known. I've been to Kentucky. It's beautiful. My husband and I actually had talked about once these kids are grown, selling our house and maybe even moving to Kentucky because it's beautiful and the weather's decent, stable most of the year. And it's cheap, which is, I love cheap. There's this propaganda everywhere. There she is. We were just talking about you, how I should stream to Instagram really piss people off. But the thing is so I do these videos, other videos, and like they just don't get, people just don't seem to like them as much. They just don't move as much. And so it's like, well, and what do you do with that? You know? And I guess not that I care. I don't know. I guess I don't, but I have not done any new content in months. My 700 shows in the can have covered so much. Yeah, I just don't know. There's nothing like even with Trump's tweet, somebody in my comments on TikTok were like, did you see this? It's so awful. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to go make cookies. I'm not, my fear porn switch is turned off. It takes so much to scare me from stuff on the internet right now. I come back. Sorry. I was talking about streaming to Instagram because I was welcoming Facebook to the chat. I just figured out how to share it to my Facebook page. I don't know if anybody's here, but I got a couple people here. Yeah, the dial up. I feel like it's just become like just in the political world, it's just become fucking useless. I mean, I want justice for the Jeffrey Epstein. I don't want the government, raping children. I don't want that. But at the end of the day, outside of talking about it and exposing it, which obviously didn't seem to do much good because nothing's being done, there's not much else I can do but making sure that they don't rape and kidnap my own children. Like, that's what I can do. Okay. So then what do we do? Well, we just pivot kind of away. I'm tired. I know you guys are tired. I love me some Bigfoot stories. There's a Bigfoot story about 10 miles from my ranch. I would love that. I will bring it up to Mr. Shipwreck. We're probably not going to get there this year, but we could definitely, that would be a lot of fun. We want to do a lot of that kind of stuff when we're empty nesters. I'd rather have Trump's tweets than no brain Joe. I get that on the one hand, but on the other hand, see, because then we get into, well, was Joe Biden's presidency even real? It wasn't. So then who was running his presidency? Well, Israel, probably, more than likely, which is kind of what a lot of people believe, the one that's running this presidency. And so then, is it really Joe Biden or was it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, pick your pedophile at this point. I have a video about that too. I don't fear anything. I'm just not afraid of anything. I'm fully back in my faith. I've seen crap before. I'm just saying, that's old. You're old as shit. Like, what do we even do? Nothing. We just pivot. And we don't, I don't know, we don't argue. But I do want to talk about the ghost murmur. I got to move on. I got videos to show you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get on my podium here. But so, what was it, last week? We had a fighter jet go down. We had lost, some military men from the United States in Iran. And they had found them using something called a ghost murmur. And it is apparently this technology. Now, I can't use my phone in my living room because the Wi-Fi is such shit right next to the modem. But apparently we have technology that will detect a military man's heart from like hundreds of miles away. This is wild. Here, let me play this video.
I don't know if you guys are tracking on this classified CIA technology called the Ghost Murmur that was used in order to find the F-15 Echo Strike Eagle Wizzo in Iran the other day, but this thing is nuts. Apparently it employs long-range quantum magnetometry to detect the weak electromagnetic fingerprint, which is like a biomagnetic field that's produced by a human heartbeat. The data is then paired with AI software to filter out background noise and isolate the specific signature, and apparently the underlying tech relies on advances in sensors using microscopic defects in synthetic diamonds, specifically nitrogen vacancy or NV centers, which is a real and actual rapidly advancing area of quantum sensing research. And then these defects allow highly sensitive magnetic field detection at room temperatures. So in ideal low interference conditions like a remote desert or mountains with minimal electromagnetic clutter, it can supposedly pick up a heartbeat from a very long distance. Now, the president mentioned that the CIA was able to spot the officer from around 40 miles away, so maybe that's something they used. Regardless, the CIA director John Ratcliffe had a press briefing at the White House, and he spoke of deploying exquisite technologies that no intelligence service in the world possesses and unique capabilities. I want you to give this a listen.
As an agency, the CIA possesses unique capabilities that only the president can deploy. Some of these capabilities fall under covert action authorities, and because covert means exactly that, I'm not going to be able to tell you everything that you want to know. At the president's direction, we deployed both human assets and exquisite technologies that no other intelligence service in the world possesses to a daunting challenge, comparable to hunting for a single grain of sand in the middle of a desert. This was also a race against the clock, as it was critical that we locate the downed aviator as quickly as possible, while at the same time keeping our enemies misdirected. For that reason, in addition to the human and technical assets deployed by the president to find our airmen, CIA executed a deception campaign to confuse the Iranians who were desperately hunting for our airmen. On Saturday morning, we achieved our primary objective by finding and providing confirmation that one of America's best and bravest was alive and concealed in a mountain crevice, still invisible to the enemy, but not to the CIA. That confirmation was relayed by Secretary Hegseth to the president, and the operation quickly moved to the execution phase. Following the successful exfiltration on Saturday night, our intelligence reflects that the Iranians were embarrassed and ultimately humiliated by the success of this audacious.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that's true, but the whole propaganda around Iran, I just tune that shit out anymore. I don't know. I don't believe any of that anymore. I'm not really sure what to believe, but I don't believe that anymore. But think about, we just talked about this, right? So we talked about AI technology. Yes, it can be used nefariously. But what if it could also be used to find missing children? Not that we're doing much of that, but or what if it could be used to find missing loved ones? I mean, yes, this technology absolutely in the wrong hands will be used for nefarious reasons, but in the right hands could be used to make everybody's lives better, to find, we wouldn't need Ring doorbell to spy through every doorbell looking for your dog. We could have this little tracker and we could just track your dog's heartbeat. See? Not all bad. Yeah, I know. A crevice of a rock. Yeah, I know. But the technology does exist. And we do have it. So I don't know. It could be. It's kind of scary on the one hand. Are you taking off? Okay, I love y'all. I'll get him. Just make sure you shut the door and make sure he stays inside. My dog went down the stairs. And he can't come up by himself because it doesn't matter. He just can't. He's a weenie. So it could be good, could be bad. I'm here. I mean, I guess it just depends on how you want to look at it. We've all been down so many damn rabbit holes. There's plenty of stuff to be afraid of. But it could be good too. Where there's a will, there's a way, and there's no will for we the people. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I got the talking triangle head. He talks about it too. This guy, I like this guy. He's kind of funny.
So the CIA supposedly used technology that can hear a soldier's heartbeat from thousands of miles away. The soldier that we rescued in Iran, they used a technology that they're calling ghost murmur. I'm not really hearing a whole lot of conversation about this right now, but they use long-range quantum magnetometry. I don't know if that's said right. Uses subatomic factors over large distances to detect changes to electromagnetic fields. We obviously know the government has technology and weaponry that we don't know about already, but their exact words when they were describing this was like hearing a voice in a stadium, except the stadium is 1,000 square miles of desert. But it uses your heartbeat's electromagnetic footprint along with AI to separate the heartbeat from any background noise that's going on. And the super fun part is they also added to all this, in the right conditions, if your heart is beating, we will find you. That doesn't sound ominous, like, at all. But you know, this technology was used for a rescue mission this time, but what's it going to be used for next time? Because usually...
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what it was used for this time. But could the CIA track me with my heartbeat? Be like, will you please stop posting about Ted Cruz? I'm like, no, never. I need a talking Bible. My eyesight is getting rough in my old age. They make little things that you can like drag across your books and it will read that for you. From Magic. Oh, yeah. Maybe he talked about it to let the enemy know they can find him in the mountains. I don't know. I think it's probably something we've had for a long time and they're just letting us know about it now. Kind of like the alien conversation. Kind of like everything. You think that the AI stuff is new? It's new to us. It's not new in general. Ghost Murmur. It's a pretty cool name. But then AI, you know, it's got its downfalls too. Like it makes us kind of lazy. Like this lady talks about optimization is killing my cognitive functions.
Optimization is stealing our lives. This week I've been writing about how efficiency killed my cup of tea. It all started when the office that I work in got a boiling water tap. I used to think these things were great. They sounded ideal. I would think that there would be endless cups of tea on demand. The first day I drank too many cups of tea. The second day the novelty wore off. And the third day it started to annoy me. I was having a bad day. I hadn't gotten enough sleep the night before, and I got an email that really overwhelmed me. So I got up to make myself a cup of tea. When I went to the kitchen and I saw the tap, my heart sank. In my mind, I was about to have a break. I was going to go to the kitchen, fill the kettle up, watch it boil, maybe talk to whoever came into the kitchen, wait for the tea to cool down, wait for it to brew, and then I'd go back to my desk. The tap eliminated all of that. It filled up my cup too quickly. I stood there aimlessly for a few seconds, and then I went back to my desk and looked at the stressful email again. And that efficiency has stolen something from me that I didn't even know I had. The ability to pause, the ability to focus on something else. This isn't just about the tap. The tap is a sign of the times. Humanity is constantly forsaken in the name of efficiency. I didn't realize that part of the joy of making the cup of tea was the ritual of it. It gave me the chance to wait, to pause, to talk to someone new, and it all made the tea taste better. Before the tap, I thought all of that stuff was tedious, but now I'm realizing that was the point. That was all part of my life, and without it, I'm fast forwarding through living. All for what? To get back to my desk faster. I think we're in an optimization crisis. In theory, all this stuff sounds good, but the reality is we're always somehow worse off. They streamlined friendship, moved it all online. Somehow we're all lonelier and more anxious. They made dating more efficient, turned it into a game, and now no one's having sex and everybody hates each other. They optimized communication, made us all contactable 24/7. Now people's entire job is emailing, and when they go home, all they do is doom scroll. All of this stuff was pitched to make things easier for us, to improve our lives. They told us it was for our sake. It doesn't seem like we're learning from this. Efficiency seems to seep its way into every crack of our lives, and the current proposal is that they want to optimize us. They want to think for us, write for us, do everything for us. If the tap wreaked this much havoc on my life, I don't really want to know what AI might do, the depths of life that it might steal from us. I'm not even exaggerating or joking when I say that the tap made me question the meaning of life, because it made me realize that part of the point of life is the mundane, is the inefficiency. Who am I without the pauses? What if I never have to talk to someone ever again while I wait? What if all the in-between moments get taken away from my life? Because ultimately the tea that comes from the evil tap is worse, both conceptually and literally. Is that what all of life is going to feel like if humanity is optimized out of us? If you'd like to read my essay on this, it's on my Substack, along with a lot of other stuff that I've written.
She's written some pretty good stuff too. I went and snooped around for a little while. I was bored. Oh man, she right though. She right. When I first downloaded ChatGPT, I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. It's so interactive. I felt like it kind of like knew what I liked, and it could like find information super duper fast. And I didn't have to go search through 9,000 different videos and blog posts. And I could just, but then it got kind of old, and then it was wrong a lot. And then it just got kind of old. And I was using it to like create my recipes so I could put them in my recipe book, but it would get them wrong. And then I would try to fix it. And I'm like, you know what? It takes me just as much time for me to plug them in manually into Canva and then find the format that I like. And then, I mean, like, this is getting stupid, right? Because it's wrong. And then they all look the same, and every AI photo looks the fucking same. Every ChatGPT one does. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do these anymore. And I'm just kind of over it now, like with the ChatGPT stuff. I don't know. What scares me about catching the AI being wrong is how many times I don't catch it. Exactly. And it stops you from like researching things further. The Ask Grok feature. Oh my God. Like that. They're like, Ask Grok, is this true? At Grok, is this true? Like, just go fucking look it up. I don't know. But probably true. Maybe it's not. And then it's wrong sometimes, and that's tough. And I don't know. She's right. And it's going to take away people's creativity. There are quite a few TikTok accounts that are like music accounts. They promote new music. There was one that took off last week with all this new music and like the trending sound. And the whole fucking account is AI. The whole thing. The songs were written by artificial intelligence. The singing was AI. The band was AI. It was all AI. I don't worry so much about AI taking people's jobs as much as I worry about AI taking away our personalities, taking away our ability to create and be creative. Because creativity is like the first step, okay, in becoming like cognitively aware. You have to be creative. You have to think creatively. And if AI is here, it's just, AI is as good as its creator. It's never smarter than the creator. Charlie tweeted, Arana say her name a few days before his assassination. I don't know. I'm not talking about that. It stops critical thinking. It does, but it stops critical creativity as well. Paintings. Here in Tennessee, and we talk about this. Yeah. And this AI chick is all over TikTok. Everyone's using her sound. Everybody thought she was a real person. Until one of her videos fucked up and like her hand disappeared. And then people were like, oh my God, gotcha. I can't even tell what's AI and what's not anymore. I watched that video of Marco Rubio last week or a couple days ago, where he's sitting at that tiny desk. Like, I got uncanny valley feeling. I'm like, why do they got him at that tiny ass desk? Why is he sitting with both of his hands under the table talking about war? If you want to look like a confident, person we're supposed to listen to, your hands are up here, they're on the desk, they're folded, and you're having like he's sitting with his hands under the desk and it's all kind of glittery. It's like, I feel like that was AI or a green screen, or it looked like a hostage video. I should try and find it. Did you guys know what video I'm talking about? I don't even remember. No, he was going through all the points of why we invaded Iran or why we attacked Iran. He's like, or attacked Iran. He's like, because they've got nukes and they say death to America. I'm just super hyper focused on why they had him at like the bad kid desk. Why are we doing that? I'm more worried about that than I am about like AI taking over everybody's jobs. I feel like eventually AI will, but I feel like there's some jobs that AI just can't do. And those are going to be like until you get full-blown robots. And I think that we're a ways off. Maybe not too far off, but we're a little ways off from that. But it takes away all of that. It's kind of like when you say, like, you know, when you go on a road trip. I used to love road trips. And it wasn't necessarily the destination that we were going to. It was the trip. Like, it was all the stops that we got to make and all the gas station junk food that we ate and all of the tourist traps that we got to see. It wasn't the destination, but it was like the trip. It was the drive. And that's how I look at AI. Like, it takes away that drive. It takes away the trip. It takes away the road trip. It takes you straight to the destination. Oh, yeah, no, you're fine. It just throws me off sometimes because I try to read the comments too, and I don't want to miss a lot of people. I don't know. I see that happening. I see AI turning people in erroneously. I got a video about that. So this is kind of blowing up on TikTok right now. So what had happened was a teacher had sent, and I don't even know that it was AI, if it was AI or if it was Snapchat. But they're saying everywhere on TikTok that AI had sent the message to the FBI. Here's this one.
Friendly reminder to be very careful of what you're sending on these apps because AI will tell on your ass for it. There's a case that's happening. I'm not sure what state it's in, but there's a very young teacher that sent a private message over Snapchat to her roommate. And what she said got picked up by AI at Snapchat. A notification was sent to the FBI, and then within an hour of her sending the message, the police were there at the school asking her about this message and then ended up putting her in handcuffs and arresting her. What did she say in that message? So she was pissed off at one of her students that shut off her laptop while she was doing a lesson plan. And so she sent a message to her roommate saying, "My student deleted my entire lesson plan for the day. Should I shoot him or nah?" And it was the emoji for the squirt gun. Was that a completely inappropriate, stupid message to be sending with everything that we have going on with school shootings? Abso-fucking-lutely. But hi, are we living in 1984? AI has the ability to notify the FBI and have your ass in handcuffs in an hour for a private message that you sent. She was clearly joking. I know there are going to be people that say that all of it has to be taken seriously, but guys.
So, yeah, probably not the best thing to send in a message. It's just not. But that's not really the point of her video. The point of her video is that it picked it up. But here's what I don't understand. Okay, so we could pick up that, middle school teacher, but we couldn't pick up any of these school shooters before it happened. We couldn't pick up, didn't Charlie Kirk's furry shooter have like a Discord or something? The FBI Discord didn't pick that up and said it was real. Oh, you did? That one up and it said it was real. Yeah. Sent it straight to the FBI. Like my husband, bless his heart. Okay. He's always like if I'd be like, I'm just getting in the shower, I'm going to go do this. And he'll be like, oh, send me a picture. I'll be absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not because I'm a prude, because I'm definitely not that, but because absolutely not. Like, I'm not sending a picture of myself in the shower out to the wide world internet. Somebody's going to see it. Somebody at Samsung, somebody at AT&T, somebody on, my AI, whatever, TikTok that reads all my text messages. Somebody's going to see it. That I don't want to see it, and then they will have it, and I don't want them to have that. If you want to see me, come home. Take the day off, come home, and I'll dance all around for you. It'll be great. We'll have a great time. Then we'll go get tacos. It'll be awesome. It'll be the best day ever. Right? But I'm not sending any pictures, and please do not send me any. So I must use AI or I'll be let go from my job. I work in IT. Yeah, I mean, and I don't think, here's the thing, but this goes back to what I'm talking about. Are you using it nefariously or are you using it to streamline different tasks? right? That's the difference. I feel like that goes back, or, like with the fire. Can fire still be absolutely devastating, burn down your whole house? Absolutely, it can. But can it also cook your food and keep you warm? Okay, can it also create ambiance and a peaceful emotion within you when you see it? A lot of times during the winter, I'll have a fire back here. That's just a picture of a fire. And it creates a whole ambiance. It just brings the whole thing together. It's beautiful. So that's what I'm saying. AI is not ready to take over, though. At least not now. People need to work smart, but most don't, so they'll screw things up royally. I think just using it for, I guess I don't know. I use it to check my kids' math homework. I probably shouldn't, but without it, I'd be fucked. I don't understand this. I understand how to get the answer. I understand how to multiply fractions because I understand the old way of doing it, but I do not understand this new way of doing it. Not even a little bit. I just don't. And you're in fifth. He's in fifth grade. It's fifth grade math. Okay. I can give him the answer because I remember how to crisscross and times this and 0 equals. I remember how to do that, but I do not know how to do it this whole long way that they got him doing it. And so I have to use ChatGPT to check my math. Rumble is having chat issues. Oh, I don't know. Is it? I could be. You can go to Facebook if you want. If you don't follow Badlands or me on Facebook and you want to, please do so. I might start moving people off of X. X is just terrible. And it was so awesome when it started. That was before they were even paying. I didn't even care. I still ain't. I was making some decent money on X. I'm not now. Social media money just ebbs and flows, man. You can't live on it. You just can't. Because I'm not now. I got added to some fucking lists, and now I'm in the tank on X. Facebook's doing all right, though. TikTok actually brought me out of the hole. They did take a video of me and mine down today for community guidelines, but just can't win on social media doing this. And I don't know. It's not so important that I do it. That's perfect use of AI. Good, because what the fuck with fifth grade math? Seriously. I don't know the answer. And then I have to ask, like, please tell me how you got this answer in a way that I can understand it, because my 43-year-old brain just can't comprehend this. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like new age math. I'm like, look, and my poor fifth grader, he gets so upset about it. He knows how to do it. But he's like, what if I can't? What if I grow up and I don't know how? I'm like, you're never, ever, ever gonna do this unless you're like an engineer. Do you want to be an engineer? No. I said, well, then you're never gonna have to divide and multiply fractions on a daily basis in your head. You're just not gonna have to. I've never, in my 43 years since I've left school, had to do that. Okay? So don't freak out. Doesn't mean you're not going to get into college. It doesn't mean that you're not going to, if you want to go to college, doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to do things because you can't multiply and subtract fractions. Okay. Like we have this conversation on the daily. School is a game. It's a game that you have to play, and you have to play by the rules, and you have to graduate, because without, you can't get any kind of job to get you started to figure out what you want to do with your life. You have to, but it's not life. School is not, it's not that serious, and it's not life. Okay. It teaches you how to be responsible, and you should be responsible. It teaches you how to be respectful, and you should be respectful. Okay. You want to learn about the Holocaust? That's fine. When you get home, we're going to learn about the Bolshevik Revolution. Okay. When you get home and you open your Instagram and you see all of Hitler's speeches, we're going to have a conversation about that too, because you're absolutely right. He does sound just like a Christian. Why were they so mad at him? Is he right? Oh, that was a tough conversation. It was like, well, here's what Hitler thought was going to happen. And then here's what happened. So my dog is down there. I was kind of hoping my husband would come home and go pick him up and bring him upstairs. Why did they change that? I don't know. But it's so hard. I don't know. My husband's better at it than I am. So he 99% of the time will help him when he gets home with the math. I can help with anything else. English hasn't changed. Okay. Creative writing, reading, none of that's changed. Literature hasn't changed. Okay. None of that's changed. Just the math changed. Yeah, he's going to. So that's our plan with our kids. Like if they get a full ride, and they might. I mean, they're both pretty decent sports players. They may get some kind of full ride to some school. I don't know. If they do, they're not going to turn it down. They're going to go, right? Why not? But if they don't, then no. No, we'll pay for them to go to trade school, or we'll pay for them to go to like a tech school. And then if they want to go to a 4-year college after that, after they've worked in the real world for a while and figured out what they really want to do, if they want to go and get a degree in that field or in a field that they are passionate about, then they can, and they can do it on their own. But, oh, you cook all the time. You add and subtract fractions all the time. I know, but I can do those in my head, and I don't do them the 5th grade way. I know that I do it in the 1992 way. It's like, and it's not a page of notes. It's just one line, and you just crisscross it out, and it's done. It's done. So I don't, my kids can do math when doing cooking, but I don't use fractions like that. Like he'll have measuring cups for that, just figure it out. So that's where we're at. I with the technology part of it, it really is good. You're going to get back what you put into it. And if evil ends up taking it all over and has total control over it, then yeah, I mean, we're going to have a big fucking problem. Will that happen? Eventually we'll get into a Terminator type scenario. I do. But I do think we're going to have a lot of good years before that. I just do. I think this might be one of the last presidencies, one of the last like election cycles that we have like this. I feel like that is coming to an end. And again, this isn't a dig at Trump, but this feels so like his blatant, like they're not dumb. He knew not tweeting from his account on Easter would piss off the Christians, right? They're not stupid. He knew that bringing the Hasidic Jews to the White House on Easter Monday would piss off the Christians. Like he knew the optics of it. So there's something else going on that is supposed to get everybody tuned out to the system that we have and to start demanding something better. And I think the better that they're going to position and proposition to you is going to be artificial intelligence. And I think for a while they're going to control it. But I think what's eventually going to happen is it's going to become sentient. And then you'll have a few generations, a few decades of really good, the first part of iRobot stuff, right? Where the robots are saving people and it's really good. They're helping the old people. I think we'll have many, many years of that. But I think eventually we will get to a generation where there will be somebody who will turn it into the second half of iRobot. And then there will be a war. And I don't know if it'll be in my lifetime. I don't think it's 5D chess. I think it's just, I'm not trusting. This isn't like a trust the plan. I just see it's almost like a self-destruction. Like we're doing it on purpose to self-destruct. And it has to happen that way because this whole empire is falling. And I do think what's going to come after that will be really good. I just don't know how long the fall is going to take. And I think that's what makes me so irritated, because the longer that you continue to look the other way and support this and make excuses for this, the longer it's going to take. And that's hard. I think the empire is falling, and I think that you're supposed to hate Trump. I do. I really do. You're supposed to hate him. It's on purpose. Everything that's happening is being done on purpose. The whole thing is collapsing. And we'll probably have AI. That's how I see it. I don't know. I do have a video about feminism. Do you guys want to switch gears? Sam Altman is scary. He is. But again, I watched a video from somebody who had worked for Sam Altman, didn't work for him anymore, but had worked for him for a long time. And he had said, goddamn, and I should go see if I can go back and find it. He was on a podcast. So it's not like it was some random TikTok, but he was on a podcast. And he used to work for Sam Altman. And he's like, Sam Altman's an idiot. I guess everybody thinks he's some big mastermind, but he's not. His team is. Like, the people that he has working for him are absolutely masterminds, brilliant people, he said. And the majority of them, 99% of those people, he said, are good people. They don't want the destruction of humanity. They don't want AI taking people's jobs. They want to use artificial intelligence to help elevate your life, to make it better, so that you can focus on the things that you love. Right? But then he said, he's like, but Sam Altman, the man, is an idiot. He doesn't know what's going on in the day-to-day operations. He doesn't know what his left hand is doing over his right. He's just the poster child for artificial intelligence. He's the guy. So, but he's like an idiot, though. That's what this guy was saying. He's like, everybody's so scared of him, but he really is. He doesn't even know how to shoot a gun. Like, he's an idiot. He could give direction, but the people that... Hi! Did you bring the dog up? No, where is he? He's down on the steps. Owen said he went downstairs and he couldn't get back up. Our dog has cancer, it's sad, right? But he's got a long time ago, I think. But he can get down the stairs, but he can't get back up them. So Bill Gates, not a genius. Like, all these people are retarded. It's the people that they have working for them, and it's the people that do the day-to-day. So Sam Altman is like, well, let me get this right, though, because I don't want to... Oh, here's the article right here. There's an article from Futurism. So it's gotten out. Hold on, let me share this. Let me share this. It'll make you feel better. Because he's a fucking moron. Share screen. Oh, did I click the wrong button? Oh, no, where did I go? Here I am. Okay. Did it share? Did I click out? I hit a button. I'm sorry. I thought I kicked myself out. Here it is. Okay. So Sam Altman's coworkers say he can barely code and misunderstands basic machine learning concepts. They go on to say, I think there's a small but real chance he's eventually remembered as Bernie Madoff or Sam Bankman-Fried level scammer. I told, the video that I watched was weeks ago. It was a long time ago. But they were like, this guy's an idiot. Like, he doesn't know. He's just the face. He's just the money behind it. So Sam Altman is OpenAI CEO. He's the face of ChatGPT. So if you use ChatGPT, Sam Altman is the one that created it, quote unquote. Okay. This came from the New Yorker, paints a different portrait. It's substantially more vexing. Drawing on interviews with numerous OpenAI insiders who worked with Altman, the article portrays the CEO not as a technological whiz, but as a skilled manipulator and one with a surprisingly shallow grasp of the AI systems his company is building. I should do a video on this. Because I remember watching that video and I was like, what? Because everybody out here thinks he's some kind of mastermind, but he's not. Don't be afraid. Somebody uninstall, unblock on Ship's browser. I don't know what that. Oh, on this. I don't ever use my computer to look things up. I usually use my phone. There's a lot of shit. Sorry. But he's an idiot. So don't be afraid of Sam Altman. Sam Bankman-Fried Altman. Okay, I got one more video. It's about feminism. I do have you know what? I have a Rotel recipe too I'm going to make next week. Let me play the Rotel recipe first. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to turn your screen recorders on, because I'm going to make this next week too, because it looks really good. And maybe we can make it together. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're going to want to save this recipe because this 30-minute Rotel queso pasta is the perfect weeknight dinner. You're going to start by browning a pound of ground beef. You can season however you like, but I used garlic powder and black pepper. Then you're going to add in half a diced white onion and 1 diced bell pepper. I had a green bell pepper and an orange bell pepper diced up together, so I just used about half of that. Let that cook until the ground beef is done and the peppers and onions are soft. Then I just used a paper towel to dab up the grease, and I like to add about 1.5 cans of Rotel. You can add 2 full cans if you want. Then I added 16 ounces of Velveeta cheese cut into chunks and half a cup of milk. I also started boiling my penne pasta in a separate pot. I like to use the Barilla protein pasta, but you can use regular noodles if you want. I turned the pan with my queso down to low, and I also threw some garlic bread in the oven. I just cooked my pasta according to the package instructions, and then I strained it and put it back into the big pot. I poured my queso mixture over the noodles and then stirred everything up well. This whole dinner came together in less than 30 minutes, and it's so good. It's the perfect dinner to make on a weeknight after work. My husband wanted to show you his plate, so here it is, and here's mine. Save this recipe, send it to a friend, and let me know if you try it. The full recipe is in the description below.
I don't have the full recipe in the description below. And I'm not going to use the cheese that she used either. Yeah, no velveted cheese. No velveted cheese in this house either. You can, if you get a block of cheese, like a lot of times, and you shred it yourself, it'll melt just fine. It melts just as fine. But do not use velveted cheese. It's so gross and bad for you. We don't even use like the Kraft cheese slices anymore. We get the big blocks and the big chunks of cheese. And then I have shredders that I use. I have different cutters that I use, and we use that. But everything else looked perfect. Perfect. Like, doesn't that look good? I know. I'm going to make it next week. Maybe I'll make a video. More soccer. Maybe I'll make a video and then we can save it. But it does look like, but it's like grown up hamburger helper because it's got protein noodles and we all need more protein. I'm making homemade lasagna tomorrow. It's the first time I've ever made it. I ordered these lasagna noodles that were imported from Italy because somebody told me to do that because noodles I just can't with like store noodles. They'd sit in my stomach and it's like they rot for days. It's terrible. I hate it. So I ordered these Italian noodles that are imported from Italy, and I'm going to use those. And then you make your own sauce and everything. Like you make it all. And then I'm going to bake, and we're going to see how it goes. Don't get pre-shredded cheese, and don't use Velveeta cheese. The pre-shredded cheese has got that glucose on it to keep it from sticking. And like my husband refuses to use pre-shredded cheese because he says it tastes gritty and he doesn't like it. And I didn't learn about the cellulose stuff until him and I actually got together and I started cooking. And he's like, you're not supposed to use that. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because it has that, it's like sawdust to keep it from sticking and I can taste it. I was like, bro, what? So then I got my very first cheese shredder. Okay. And I shredded, and I've been hand shredding cheese ever since. I had to get a new food processor the other day from Ninja. Shout out to Ninja too, because it broke in the first month and they replaced it for me. Thank God. Because my other one cracked and broke. And it's got a cheese shredder wheel. So you just put your cheese in and it shreds it right. It's fucking amazing. I love it. I love it. Yeah, don't use Italian pasta. I do like the protein pasta. Barilla is usually, Barilla doesn't have any GMO in it, and I don't know. It's supposed to be Italian pasta. But if I can't get the Italian pasta, I'll use Barilla protein pasta. Okay, do I have a minute? I got time. I got 6 minutes. We can talk about feminism. No, this video is really long. It's like 8 minutes. I'll play it next week. I don't want to play it. She just talks about feminism and how it was a scam to get women to go to work so that we could pay more taxes. And I think we kind of already know that. I am totally on board with that. Feminism was a huge, and I was totally wrapped up in it too. I was in my 20s, not like crazy dye your hair pink, liberal screaming on the streets wrapped up in it, but I was a boss babe. For sure. I was a boss babe. And I was fucking miserable. I had to be. I was a single mom at the time. So like I had to be a boss babe. But yeah, what a fucking scam. I was tired. I couldn't make, I was using pre-shredded cheese. Like it's, and I'm glad to see that more women, more girls, more of these kids are taking dating and marriage more seriously now. And they're starting to make it like a trend. They're starting to make it cool again. To stay home and be with your babies and let your man, be your husband, be the provider, and budget closely and maybe go without a lot of things. Yeah, there were no pink pussy hats. No, I was suits and I was a boss babe. Yeah, now I make my own meatballs and sauce. I can do that too. Make my own meatballs. I make a mean meatloaf. I made burgers tonight, just cheeseburgers. And I've been tracking all my calories just because I walked for 60 minutes today. I started running again, but today was a rest day, but I wanted to walk because I wanted to get some more calories so that I could have a cheeseburger tonight. I wanted a cheeseburger. That's I make really good cheeseburgers. I just do salt, pepper, And then I mix in Worcestershire sauce, and then I just mix it all together, and then I flatten them out, and then I fry them kind of on low. And they're so good. I put a little cheese on it. I've heard making mozzarella is really easy. I've never tried that. I do want to try making my own. What is it when you mix the cream really fast, the heavy cream? Not whipped cream. It doesn't. Well, maybe it does make whipped cream. I can't remember. Butter. I do want to try my own butter too. I would love to start like making my own butter and then adding like and then adding like garlic to it or chives, and then having like my own little butter dabs with like garlic and chives in it. Yeah, butter. I'd like to learn how to make my own butter. I'd like to try it someday. I see people on TikTok doing it all the time, but I kind of get scared because they also talked me into doing sourdough. And boy, that just failed. But I do love me a good piece of sourdough bread. It's the only bread that I can digest well, is sourdough bread. So we do that. And I'm glad to see that there's more young girls that are doing that. And that is one thing that I will say. That's another thing that I feel like this is so deliberate. Can we let's end with that? Okay, let's go back to the Trump stuff. That's again, I feel like that's because now all of a sudden there's this huge movement for traditional values. Trad wives, they're all over TikTok. All these young girls, they're making it work. They're living in trailers. They're making their trailers beautiful though. They're making them homes so that they can stay home, and they're letting their husbands lead. It was like Joe Biden's administration and the crazy fucking nonsense that was with the man boobies and the transgenders. All of that brought about this traditional have babies, stay home. And now I feel like Trump's administration is bringing out this whole war hawks and just like the other, like just the extreme other side of it. Like we got the extreme left with the Democrats and we got the extreme right with the Republicans, like in your face. And it all feels so deliberate that I can't help but think that it is. And that this whole system is crashing, and what you're going to see come out of it is just better. Like the whole school, like the school is changed, like all the school stuff's changing, like it's all changing. It's like everything's changing for the better, but everything's on fire. It's a weird place to be. And I'm here for it. I really am. I hope it's done in my lifetime. I'd like to see it to the end. Yeah, we haven't eaten cereal in years. We don't do cereal. My middle kid used to really like cereal, but then he just stopped eating. Now he just doesn't eat breakfast at all. He'll have like a couple pieces of sausage. It's just like, it's very surreal. It's very strange. But I feel like it is going to be very good. I know like everyone's like, you're such a Debbie Downer. It's like, well, I'm mad. I hate being fucking lied to. I hate being gaslit. I hate the games. I hate it. I hate all of it. I hate that we're still here. I hate that we're still having to fucking do it. We did it all through Joe Biden. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to. And I didn't think we'd have to. I really hoped that we wouldn't have to, but we did. So, but that's okay, because if you see what else is coming out of it, there is no transparency. But there is this whole other group of people that are waking up that are like, oh man, maybe Hitler was right. What? Whoopsie doodles. Didn't see that coming, did they? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you watch what happens, but what's actually happening, like on the pores level, there's this whole movement of people that are breaking away from the government. They're making their own butter. They're making their own sourdough. Like we're reading labels and we're changing our opinions and we're changing our minds and we're changing the way we eat and we're changing the way that we are. The body positivity stuff is dead in the water. It's dead in the water. Thank God, because it was going to kill people. Letting people get 5, 6, 7, 800 pounds and then putting them on pedestals, putting them out into the world. Like, look at how beautiful she is. She's not. She's massive and she's going to die at 28. Bless. Yeah, I'm not getting a new car. I'm going to keep fixing my old car. So everyone's like, we got chickens. We didn't get any chickens. All right, I got to go. You guys, I love your faces. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. And thanks for just hanging out with me. You guys are the best. You're the best ever. Sing a little song. Do a little diddly for you. All right, that's it. You guys, I got to go. Keep it moving. Take it easy. Tell your mom I said hi. And watch out for deer. Bye, guys.
Tonight we're making one. Today breakfast.
If you need a break from the politics, please consider subscribing to our Substack or subscribing to our ex-subscribers. Just good food, good friends, and good times. We'll see you later. Thanks, friends.